Alright, so I'm here in the Dominican Republic for the summer. And when I mean summer, I mean for 2 weeks, unfortunately. But I definitely have some plans to get some stuff filmed this year. Sighting-wise, just film as much as I can, same as usual. Go to the Colonia area, film some same stuff I filmed before that I haven't filmed in a while for remakes, and find new stuff to film. And possibly find a unusual fan here, like maybe a Universal or Sanyo or something like that. But as for my grandmother's house, yes, my grandmother's, for those who don't know, my grandfather did pass away back in August of last year during the Fanimation group trip, which is why I missed the Fanimation group trip last year, because literally on my way there the night before Fanimation, he passed away, so I had to head here for the funeral and all that. But my grandmother's been hanging in there, thankfully. I mean, she is up there in age, but she's been holding the arm pretty good. Unfortunately, the other dog we had down here, not Bobby, he passed away last year too, but in February. Just recently, the other dog we have down here, Rubio, the white and brown one, he also recently passed away. He was 11 years old, and he was the very fat dog that I'd shown the videos a few times. I think he might have had skin cancer or something as he was losing hair from what I was told. He actually just passed away like 10, 13 days ago, something like that. But yeah, now there's no more dogs here except for the one that we bring from the United States, the Puggle named Pete. But yeah, I think in the last video I did of like me traveling here, which I forgot to do when coming here, unfortunately, I do apologize for that, as I know some people enjoy coming to the Dominican Republic and heading back to the United States video. But I forgot to do one coming here completely. So yeah, I know in the last one I actually did show like P and him reuniting, because they had let him out to go for a walk, and we actually happened, when we were arriving from the airport, we actually ran into him. Like, not ran into him in the car obviously, but like we reunited with him before we even got to the house basically. So but yeah. Now as for the changes here, nothing's really changed fan wise. In terms of how much they get used, that's definitely changed. But with this fan, there hasn't really been any changes with it. It's not really getting used. The only thing I did change in it is I put a new light bulb in it. It's an LED, but it's one of those smart LED bulbs that you can change the color to it. Now I've been wanting to get a light that kind of changes color in this room for a while, and I figured, you know what? I might as well just put it in the KDK, and I can control it with my phone. It's on the reset mode to link it, but I figured I'd just show. Well, it's actually not one of the settings I have. If I turn it on and off a few times, it'll change to this color. But with it wobbling, it kind of looks like it's changing colors a bit. But basically, I do like having a dark light in the room at night. Like instead of using the night light that's been in my grandmother's room, I would just use something like this. If anything, I'd love to have a lava lamp down here, but I know it would not really hold up too well with this climate, so this is the second option. But yeah, now let me go ahead and turn it back on to normal lighting. There we go. But yeah, this one hasn't really been changed much. Still, it's getting a tiny bit rusty on the side still, but hasn't really gotten more rusty compared to when I was last down here. So I don't really have any plans to repaint this one anytime soon. I mean, if anything, it'll just be the blades, would just touch it up if anything. Now, this fan, I've been using a bit more, or plan to, because it doesn't get used as often as I would have wanted compared to when I first got it, but it's still good. But they've been using the other pedestal fan a lot, the brown and black one up front, so this one might be getting used in the other bedrooms, but still in very good shape, and it's practically new still, so yeah. But when they do, sometimes one of the people that stays over to watch my grandmother sleeps in this bedroom, and she's been using this more than the ceiling one, so this one does get used quite a bit more, if anything. So yeah, let me go ahead and cut it here and move on to the next fan. So with this one, nothing has really changed all too much. It definitely shows signs of it being used, as it still has quite a bit of dust on it. Last time it was cleaned somewhat around the blade arms, and now there's more dust on it again. It's a decent breeze. I mean, with the heat that's been going on here, it's definitely been useful. But aside from that, there's really not much else to say about this one. But yeah, it does a good job. I feel like the capacitor might be starting to go out in it, but I mean, it's a newer Westinghouse, so I'm not surprised. But it still goes fast enough that that I'm not complaining. It still pushes a good breeze on the high speed. I'd had to test the one that I got, in the box up there to really determine that, because I haven't seen the one brand new out of the box run for a while to see how fast they go. But I mean, at the same time, I'm always seeing this one on with the light on, so that could be the other reason why it looks like it's going slower, but it's still running, so that's what matters. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. Now with this bedroom, it's still my grandmother's, but we're possibly gonna be making it into a spare bedroom. I'm not too sure yet. This fan's staying here, it's not going anywhere. The universal's staying here for the meantime. Just have it on speed 1 right now, on the speed control, the air conditioner, because it's been hot down here, but it just needs to be nice and cool in here at least. But yeah, the fan's running fine, just wobbles a bit like it always has. Though the blades are starting to get a bit rusted, so I might have to start repainting this one sometime down the road again, along with the one in my bedroom. So this one's not really bad, it's more so the one in my bedroom that's more rusted, but this one has more bubbling forming on the blade tips and such. But yeah, let me go ahead and move on to the other fans. Alright, so from my grandfather's old bedroom, this fan has still been getting used a lot. Not as much as before, obviously, because my grandfather isn't here no more. He passed away back in August of last year, back when I was supposed to go to Fanimation, but that bit explains why. It's because he passed away right as I was heading to Fanimation. But this room my grandmother's been using, but only when it's not too hot she'll sleep here. When it's more hot, she'll sleep in the room that she always sleeps in. But my mom's been trying to get her to move over to this bedroom as a permanent one, because it's easier to get her around and stuff at night with her wheelchair that she uses to help, because she has trouble walking now. I mean, it's just a much bigger room, so it does make sense. What we plan to do is get a portable air conditioner where we can use up front sometimes, and then have it in here at nighttime, because we really don't want to put a window one or a wall one in here and such. And we don't have any intentions of putting a fan in here, because there's this one, and basically my mom just feels like it's not really necessary. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but it's just, especially with knowing who knows how much longer my grandmother will be around, it's more so because of that. Could we? Of course, but is it really worth it in the long run? Probably not. Whereas the air conditioner, we at least, like, if she does ever pass away, whenever she does pass away, we can at least give it to somebody that can use it. Whereas this, we'd have to pay someone to put it up and all that, get a control, and we have enough fans in the house that we can always put another spare one like this, or another wall one there. We can move the universal over here or something like that. Worst case scenario. So yeah, and honestly, there's not going to be any fan getting put in this bathroom. I remember at one point my mom thought of moving my grandfather to the bedroom I'm using and have this be my bedroom, but I figured it wasn't worth it because they're here all year long and I'm only here for like a few weeks, a year, so it wasn't worth having a big bedroom not being occupied when they could use it. Now, if that was the case, and I did move over here, honestly, I would have brought the KDK from my room over here, and I definitely would have put a fan in here, but since I don't use this bathroom at all because of that, there's no point. But if I could put something in here, it would probably be like the some newer Hunter, like I think it's the Hunter Waldron it's called. Cause those are pretty powerful little fans. And stronger than the Westinghouse Petite. I'd probably put up the Westinghouse Petite one in there too, but I don't know. Yeah, no, actually, if anything, I'd probably do the Westinghouse Petite because I really wouldn't care about it getting worn out in there versus the Hunter one being more expensive. But yeah, that's really the update with this room. The fan's still staying in here, though occasionally they do move this up front to using the dining room area instead of that little Homestar one, because this one's a lot more powerful due to the heat that we've been getting. So yeah, so that's the update with this one for the most part. And now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. Now this one, of course, is being used all the time like before. It has been cleaned finally. This one's been getting used a lot more, especially because of the heat. It's been extremely hot for a while, and we are planning to get like a portable air conditioner to use up here and to use in the back bedroom where the brown KDK pedestal fan is, with the brown blaze that is. But also because the house that's next door, they've been doing construction, adding a second floor. And so whatever breeze we'd get from these windows, now it's all gone. So it makes it even more hot in this house. So the fans have been getting run constantly. So, especially this one. So, yeah. But other than that, this one, there's nothing really that's changed with it. Probably will drop a little bit of oil in it because since it gets used all the time, I figured it wouldn't hurt to drop some oil in it. Even though it probably doesn't need it, I figured it wouldn't hurt. So, yeah, maybe go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, now with this one, nothing's really changed. It still has just a one pole extension. The reason is because a lot of people get confused as to which pole is for the fan, which one's for the light, which they rarely even use the light on it, but whenever they do, they accidentally sometimes end up putting the fan too slow. So I just unattached the fan pole one and just made it shorter, just so they can only really turn on the light. Because they always use the fan in here whenever they're in here, but recently it's been getting used a lot, even if there's nobody sitting here. So that way they can help out this one over here in terms of just spreading the air around, because it's been getting extremely hot here recently. So, yeah, I mean, it still does a good job, but this is the only fan technically that can even get a breeze from outside when there's like a natural breeze going by. Because like I mentioned when I showed the clip of this one, the people next door are building a second floor to their house to rent. The house on that side also has a second floor, so there's really no air coming in from the sides of the house when the windows are open. So very, very little. So this is really the only one that can actually get a good breeze. And the one in my bedroom, because there's still somewhat of a breeze that goes through the back windows, but I don't really use that one too much like before. So yeah, let me go ahead and cut it here and move on to the next one. All right, and now for the Homestar, this fan's been getting used a lot, more so up front here and the dining room. If anything, it's been getting used quite a bit in the dining room in that corner to help out with the KDK and such. Since that side of the house isn't getting much of a breeze from the wind no more outside because the people next door are building a second floor to their house. So that's blocking a lot of the natural air that would actually come through this house. They just recently cleaned it. It was actually pretty dirty before they cleaned it. I wish I kind of showed it, show how much it's been getting used, but it's the next day. It was dirty the first day it came, and now it's clean. But at least it's a good sign of it being used quite a bit. They mostly use it for the kitchen when they're cooking, which was the intention I bought it for. Still runs well, so yeah. But they do know not to use this in the bedroom because the motor in this fan is very. It's not that it's a weak motor; it's a powerful one for what it is. Just it overheats very easily, so it will just end up seizing up over time and getting locked up to the point where it's not worth fixing because these are very inexpensive fans. But yeah, it's been doing a good job here, so yeah. And that'll be it for this one, and maybe move on to the end of the video. Alright, so before I end the video, I figured I'd show just a quick setting that this light bulb has, where it's called a party mode, where it just shifts through different colors. So, yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.